Hello and welcome to Bloke on the Range in a real mishmash of unmatched 1940s clothing and equipment. Anyway, people have asked me whether the middle finger technique that I use in the mad minute for sort of going as fast as humanly possible, where you hold the bolt handle between forefinger and thumb and pull the trigger with the middle finger, whether that was ever officially taught. And the answer is that for the prone rapid fire part of the instructional qualification practices, no, it wasn't, because the rates of fire they asked for were not high enough to justify it. Effectively, the 1909 musketry regulations have 15 rounds in a minute, and the Second World War range courses had the same rate of fire, but it was 10 rounds in 40 seconds, including a reload. So it was exactly the same rate of fire. You don't need that the extra speed you get from the middle finger, because it comes at the cost of accuracy. However, in a book called All in Fighting 1942, written by Mr. Fairburn of Nasty Dagger fame, with an addendum at the end by someone else whose name escapes me for the minute, I'll put it down at the bottom, describes using the rifle in the manner of a submachine gun, sort of like this, and then at close range. And then this was well received enough by the authorities that I've got a post-war manual. I'll put a photo up of that, which says that yeah, you can do this. You can middle finger it if you want. So I thought we would have a little go at this ourselves, because why not? So I have a target out there at 10 meters, sort of close quarter battle sort of distance, and I'm going to perforate it with that as quick as I can on the shot timer, because reasons. Anyway, I need to go and get myself some hearing protection. I'm not being quite so 1940s. Excuse me a minute. Okay, so 10 rounds, give it loads. This is modern ammunition. I'm not risking any of that click bang stuff for going fast. So let's see what we can do. Well, that was kind of noisy. 10 shots in 8:56, apparently. So, first shot comes out 80, 124, 0.66, 0.60, 0.69, 0.79, 0.63, 144, which was where I had to rejiggle it back into my shoulder, 65, 106. Works. Well, not sure I've made 10 hits on the target, because after a certain point, certainly indoors, so I'm wishing I had the bigger ghost ring type sight and not the two position flip, which is kind of small. So let's just have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So one off. Should I do it again? Yeah, let's do it again. That was fun. .729. So, first shot, 69, 92, 60, 59, 58, 61, 56, 84, 59, and 131 at the end. It sort of slips out your shoulder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 10 on that time. Right, Should we see what we can do with the Manky Mauser? Right, so my Manky Mauser with some Manky steel-cased, modern production, Romanian ammo. Middle finger again. I'm going to try this again, hang on. Let's, that was just slipping out my shoulder, that was being horrible. Once more. Oh, wrong kind of ammo. Hey, I've managed this once, which I've used as an proving that the extractor's fixed on this. But today it's just not going. I'm going to lean into it some more. Ah. Hot gun steel cased ammo. I think I'll let it cool off before trying it again. But anyway, what sort of splits are we getting there? 61 start, 118, 111, 61. Not so good. What else should we try? P14? Yeah, P14. Okay, the second choice British rifle, the P14. Typical. Right. At least this one has a bolt handle in the right place. So that was 5 rounds in 435, 56, 122, 76, 95, 86. All on. I think with this, compared to the number 4, it's not as handy. It's not quite as light. It slipped off my shoulder in the same way. But you've got so much more bolt work to do. You've got to turn it through a larger angle, bring it all the way back, slam it all the way forward. K31. Now, obviously I can't middle finger this one. Ah, it's always getting that last round out of the charges on these. Right, let's see how it stacks up. So that was 6 out in 656, so 43, 116, 120, 98, 170, 109. Yeah, even sort of vaguely aiming over the sights, it doesn't really, yeah, nowhere near as fast. Anyway, I've got one more up my sleeve. It's a rifle I wasn't intending on bringing today. You just wait. Yes, it's Frankenrifle. For those of you who've been following the channel right from the beginning, I believe that the first shot ever fired on this channel was through this particular rifle. And for those who are new around here, there's a video, I'll link it in the description below, explaining what this rifle is and what it did. I did not brutalize a real number 4. This is an Australian International Arms with most of the crap engineered out of it. The only thing that's still not so good is the feed. It's very, very magazine sensitive, and the changes they made to the extractor were horrible. It's got a kind of weak extractor. But we also have a DNTC Break of Evil on the front, and we got a number 5 rear sight. So 10 rounds of 7.62 by 39. 6:15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All on bonus points. So, first shot out, 61, kind of slow. So we've got 86, 64, 57, 57, 59, 58, 56, 58, 59. Grand total of 615 for 10 rounds from a bolt action. I'm fairly chuffed with that. Right, wrap this wastage of ammunition up. Let us just give the Manky Mauser one last shake of it. It's cooled off a bit. Ah. .593, hard to keep it in my shoulder. So we got 47, 105, 91, 272, 78. So 47 split on the end. If I could keep that up, that'd be all right. It works! It works! Anyway, there was a serious point to all of this excessive wastage of ammunition, and that is that in a lot of the discussion about rifles and capabilities is all about longer distance, but fundamentally in any situation you've ultimately got to close with the enemy, get to grips at close range. That's what bayonets are for, and any advantage that your rifle brings you at close range increases your survivability and increases your ability to smite the other guy. And yeah, as you can see, I tried my hardest with the Mauser. I don't quite understand why I didn't do as well with it this time as when I did back in May, but it might just be that nasty steel cased ammo. But a fast action like a Lee Enfield has a massive advantage at the bad breath distance, because you can bring down more than a round a second. I mean, what was it, 7 and a bit with a couple of fumbles with the full size Lee Enfield and with the Frankenrifle, which is designed as a speed machine. It's a bolt action speed machine. It was even quicker and even more stable. There was no slipping out the shoulder because it's got a rubber pad on it, and the brake didn't actually make a massive difference on the splits, but what it did make a difference was that I could just keep the front sight on the target and just work the bolt, and I didn't have to worry about it. Plus it's also lighter and a lighter cartridge, but it didn't make an awfully massive difference. I mean, we're talking 6 point something versus 7 point something over 10 rounds. And in competition this has a point as well. I have shot 2 IPSC matches with this, once before conversion, once after, both times with an optic. But when I lived in Holland, you'd shoot IPSC rifle matches including targets from 2 meters. Well, a range would typically have a 100-meter bay, a 50-meter bay, and a 25-meter bay, or maybe just a 50 and a 25-meter bay. But you'd be shooting a significant number of rounds at practically bayonet distance. And the fact that I could engage half a dozen targets relatively quickly. I mean, I beat a third of the people with semi-autos, which I was kind of pleased with. But yeah, it's there is a point to this. There is a serious point. It is not just me having an awful lot of fun on the range, even though that does come into it. So anyway, thank you very, very much to my patrons who have made this excessive expenditure of ammunition possible. If you haven't already become a patron, please consider doing so that I can keep coming down here and expending ammunition to make videos. Thank you very much to Kudu Shooting Centre in Sion, Canton Valley in Switzerland, for the use of their awesome facilities, and see you again on the range sometime. Bye.